talk about the second half and how you're able to control the football and kind of keep them off the field, which really kind of turned the game in your momentum?
You know, that was kind of our plan all the way along, to try and control the football. And, you know, in the third quarter, we got behind the down and distance, or excuse me, the second quarter, we got behind the down and distance several times with penalties, and we ended up throwing the ball. And we had some open kids, but we just missed them. So second half, we were able to go back to that running game. And I really handed it to our kids, you know, a little bit of adversity going in the halftime down. We lost our best player, and boy, they showed a heck of a lot of character responding in the second half and coming out and really playing a physical second half. And that was another goal of ours, was to come out and play physical, you know, and they definitely did in the second half.
And again, it seems like you get a great defensive effort against a really good offense every time you play these guys. You just talk about how you're able to just kind of keep them off their game, and just the game was always kind of in front of you. You didn't let them get behind you.
Well, our goal has always been against these guys to not give up the deep ball, you know, and if we feel like we can stop their, at least contain their running game with three D linemen and a linebacker, then we can commit a lot of guys to coverage, you know. And Northwest has an amazing offense, great kids, great coaches, very well coached, but at the same time, all week, all I've heard about is their offense, and no one's mentioned that we actually have the second-rated defense in the state. And our guys really took that to heart this week, and wanted to come out and show that we're a great defense. And they really showed it. You know, other than the block punt, we basically gave up 7 points to an amazing offense. And I don't mean to take anything away from Northwest, because their kids played very hard and, again, very well coached and a very good offensive team. So for our defense to do that was I was very proud of our guys.
After you blocked their punt and you were down there really close, did you just want to kind of get on the board, or what was the thought there when you took the lead?
Yeah, well, I regret my first play I called, and our back kind of bounced it, and he should have kind of dove up inside. And I thought for a second about going for it on fourth down, but we just wanted to get the lead there. And we've got a freshman kicker named Jory Luther, who we feel like is going to be a big-time kicker. You know, he's 5 for 5 on the season, hasn't missed an extra point other than the one he got blocked tonight. And so we have a lot of confidence in that kid. And, you know, once we got the lead, that was a big confidence builder for us.
And you talk about Jonah going out, and you just kind of rolled Alex in the third. I think I had him for 22 carries the second half, and to do that for a sophomore, pretty impressive from him and your line too.
Yeah, you know, last year in freshman ball, that kid carried it literally 40 or more times a game. He is the definition of a workhorse, and he was our leading rusher early on when Odie was hurt. And boy, sophomore coming out there, he ran the ball like a man, not like a 16-year-old. But you got to hand it to Jackson Coffin with the kick-out blocks, and those offensive linemen, you know, J.J. Vanderheiden, Marvin Lazo, Ian McDougal, Joe Miller, Braden Knight, Grant Siddart. They were really playing physical football up front and opening up some holes for him. So, man, what a tough kid, though.
And while it's a great start, it probably doesn't mean much if you can't do it again next week, right?
Well, it definitely doesn't get any easier. You know, we have to go down to Seward, and I hear they kind of handled Aurora tonight, and then after that, Aurora at our place is obviously going to be a challenge. So it doesn't get any easier, but I tell our guys all the time, we're built for October. We want October and November is when we want to be playing our best football, be at the top of our game, and I really feel like we are right now. Other than a few mistakes in the second quarter, I think we played a very good game. And I'll be honest with you, I was scared to death this week because everybody kept talking about, well, it's a district time. You got to worry about Seward and Aurora. And I said, boy, GI Northwest is a heck of a good football team. And they're going to give Seward and Aurora a run when they play them as well. So, but it doesn't get any easier going down to Seward next week.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you around.